Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome to what is, well, I don't know, it's a bit of a complete scuff. So, this is a how to 100% Knulls Void video, which I'm nearly at the end point of. And as you can see, I've got my rank 5 summon Symbiote. But for the content that I've covered, if you've seen one video that I've posted, second video I've posted, I've mentioned, first one, I was completely oblivious. And my summon Symbiote is actually, or was actually, broken, which you can see evidence of. Now, the point of getting this video recorded, he's fixed all of a sudden. He now has a whole plethora of different types of abilities, which are meant to be the full pre-fight, and is meant to be what you're meant to see when you rank 5 the champion, which is just so annoying because when I want to make videos, not having like things working in game, it's just so annoying, and it's something that really does need to be checked. I'm still not going to be, downbeat about the month. I'm really excited about the month. I'm really excited about having the Summon Symbiote, and also think strategically about these particular fights. Like, for example, I'm going up against Knull at the end, which is a champion that will throw debuffs at me. And what I can do with this particular champion is have their leech, which is, after throwing a special attack, each time the Summon Symbiote dashes backwards, purifies 4 debuffs, and steals some of the opponent's power. Fantastic. That's exactly it. And now that we've got Adapt on, which is medium attacks land back-to-back, grant a Fury buff. While the Fury buff is active, bypass a percentage of the opponent's physical energy, which is still something I like, especially building into the boss. I'm actually going to put one of those on in a moment. But of course, there's different things for different situations. Like, for example, here, there we go. Werner's champion obviously has Mixed Master and has Dizzy. So what I want to do with this particular action of this champion is to do more of a medium, because the medium on this champion, which just quickly pulls in the champion, and of course pre-fight wise, this champion already has a, well, I actually can't showcase it, but the point is it's going to pop up, boom, right there on screen. I need to now pause the screen so I can then talk through the particular pre-fight you have on the champion, which is persistent, take you from fight to fight. The one in particular is dealing with evade. So this particular champion does have, in fact, medium attacks reduce evade ability, accuracy, and heavy attacks have a chance to convert bleed into poison on the opponent. This poison also reduces evade ability, accuracy. So what we need to do is bleed the champion first off. We first of all need to go like avoid Mixed Master, but of course we don't bleed there. Parry heavy, and then we go. We've got poisons, so therefore what we can do is just run the champion to the ground like that. Perfect, and that poison helps suppress the evade. Really simple little things that kind of like add into this. I think this is very straightforward, and I would recommend, if you're finding this difficult, is to rank 5 your Summon Symbiote first. So annoying that I put out that guide, and it's just like, because the champion was bugged or wasn't properly working, that it just didn't work properly. And I think the amount of times prior to that video I restarted, not restarted what I was doing, but kind of like refreshed the game before going in, and it was still bugged until let's get into the video more. So what I could do with Agent Venom is looking at some of the various different types of things. Like, well, I could do whenever struck the Annihilate one, which is chance to unstoppable special attacks inflict inflict shrivel and stun debuff, increasing potency, chance of all evolutions, which I could do, but I kind of feel like, well, would the Fortitude buff help with dealing with purification? It might do. Not to say it will, or not to say it won't, because tenacity may function in a different way, because all we know is, things of the game could be, very different. So I'll just give that a go, just to kind of see what the crack is. And yeah, the champion does have prowess that pops up, so we may look to, well, we've got to knock down the champion, that's one thing, but what we need to do as well, well, that was weird, I didn't get my heavy attack off. There we go. Finally got my heavy attack off. The prowess side of things, I don't know if we can deal with. If we do like light. Yes, we do. Okay, so that's good. So that theory of the Purify may have actually like suppressed the Purify, suppress the tenacity, might have helped out there with that one. But also, as you can see, we nullified the prowess that was coming on. I think we nullified it. Probably didn't actually, because it was like a aggression prowess. In any case, this is a very important one, the Symbiote Supreme fight, mainly because you got to deal with the power gain side of things, and as well you've got to deal with the fact that if you cast a buff, you're kind of going to be, you're going to be in pain, basically. So, what do we do? What's best? Is there anything to worry about? Well, you do have the option of, as it says here, medium attacks, landed back-to-back grant fury buffs. So instead we could just like focus in on doing a light combos of lights. That could be a thing to kind of do that. You could also look to deal with a stagger. I don't know if it would 100% deal with a stagger, but you could swipe back with leech after the special attacks. I kind of feel like I like the idea of doing the ending with lights, or just doing light hit combos. The other thing which was important was power control, and we've got enrage. No, it's not enrage. No, it's that's it, leech. After throwing a special attack, yeah, so it's leech. We want to focus on leech after special attack, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just do lights. Light. Nullify as well the fury buff. That kind of makes perfect sense. Don't try to evade, and just nullify. Just doing a parry. That was a very kind of shallow like dex right there, and of course we didn't trigger dex, which is the main thing. I'm going to stay into my block there and then rush back in again, mainly because I just don't want to trigger. Let's throw a special attack. There we go, and we triggered leech, and do you see the stagger went off? So again, it's all these little kind of like things to make this a little bit more kind of easier, doable, funner, so to speak. That's why I like it. And of course, I ended up doing that path there, which is the most difficult one in the scuff path. But like, you know, it is what it is. With it, I could do like some more. I just wanted to do this. I do want 100% this, but you know, it's not going to be. It's just for shards, really. It's for fun, and that's the only reason I'm doing it. I'm just going to put on adapt here because I don't have enough. And do bear in mind, something else to point out with the Summon Symbiote is you only have a limited amount of your persistency, so persistent volume. So the more fights you do, the more persistency you gain, the more then you're able to use into different things. But as I said, I will try and get completed a guide on this. But I think, you know, from this particular video, you get an idea of different champions, different things to deal with it, deal with the situation. So what we're going to do is probably go, now that we've got the bleed effects on, he says, I'm going to go for a parry heavy. We got which means we've got some poison on. The poison means that we can deal with the situation of the evade, and as well, did you see we removed some of the what is it called? We removed some of the debuff effects, and yep. Well, I got hit there, but it doesn't really matter because I can just literally do this. I did nothing, and the job is done. So that's really what a rank 5 does. The rank 5 is insane and is just ridiculously fun. I'm gonna complete the spreadsheet for this, but to be honest, I don't know if it needs like a super guide. I think I'll just kind of like do some kind of like explaining. So yeah, I'm just going to complete the guide. Should have this out by the time this video is released, so go and check it out in the link in the description. It's going to look a bit different to this, mainly because of course different champions help out with dealing with these excuse me. It's like saying, right, well, if you got a champion on the path like Venom, cast buffs, so therefore you need to nullify those buffs. Nullify said buffs. It makes perfect sense. The same thing if you've got a power control base, you've got a power champion, then of course using a bit of power control can massively help out. So it's just kind of like figuring out some of the best counters. And there's fantastic counters to kind of like deal with different ones. Same thing with Venom Pool. You know, for Venom Pool, it's the case it's got resistor. You know, there's buffs there. Nullify the buffs. Get leech. Nullify that by doing special attacks. It's kind of like, I think it's very explanable. Oh, I can't speak properly. And the same thing with like the stun immunity buff. That one, you can nullify that one. Polka dot power, again, dealing with that. Yeah. Red Goblin, similar. Red Goblin, you've got, to be honest, I don't think there's anything to worry about with that champion. If you get something on you, like a debuff, you got the Purify, do a special attack, boom, in. It's the build. I think the most important thing is the build. Building up on the paths to get some of those like fantastic items, like fantastic pre-fights. I did this path here. You have to do this path regardless. And then from this particular path, you can then go to different ones. I would say if you're looking to do the last path, It's not ridiculously difficult, but I would say to make life a lot easier for yourself, which I didn't because I had the bug version when I went in, is to build up on these paths. You can look to take, one so far and then say, go, right, well, I'm not going to eat any more health. I'm just going to go to, the end and go through these paths here and finish up the quest, come back and go again. It's up to you. I don't know if Kabam intended it that way to be done in day one. I'm recording this now at 8:30 p.m. UK time, and I'm pretty much 100% this because obviously I've got the rank 5 version. But in any case, that has been the video. I hope this helped out. Hope you enjoyed some of the explaining of some of the little pre-fights and how they work and how they can be very effective. Go and check out the spreadsheet, which may break this down a little bit more concise, a bit more. Honestly, I can't speak. I think you know what I mean. What I'm trying to get to is a better way to explain it than maybe. But I want to do a visual representation and show some fighting in process. So now you know what the pre-fights do. Because before it didn't happen, did it? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you. Thanks very much for the support. Check out some other content located on screen. I'll see you all soon. Much love and goodbye.